English reading. You could just press the translate button, but I know you don't really want to do that. You want to be able to read it for yourself without any help. Improving your grammar and vocabulary will help, yes, but there's lots you can do to improve your English reading ability quickly. And in this video, I'm going to share 5 tips that will help you read faster and read better. And I'm fairly sure some of the tips you will not have thought about before. Here's tip number 1. Tip number 1 is use the context. Have a look at this example. Can you guess what a maxicone is? I bought a new maxicone today. It is red, it can reach 150 kilometers an hour, and it runs on electricity. It's the best maxicone I have ever had. What is a maxicone? A maxicone, of course, yes, it's a car. Now, maxicone is not a word in the dictionary. I made it up myself. But we knew what the word maxicone meant because of the context, because of the words and meaning before and afterwards. And very often when you're reading, there will be some words, not all, but some words where you can actually have a fairly good idea of the meaning if you think about why is this word here? What do the words before say? What do the words afterwards say? And therefore, what is this word likely to mean? You'll get lots of free words in English that way without even having to check the dictionary. Tip 2 is related to tip 1. And it's this: read things you enjoy. There are 2 reasons why this is going to help you. First of all, it will improve your motivation to read, and therefore you will improve your reading ability because you will do more of it, because you will enjoy it. The second reason is also to do with context. If you read something you enjoy, you're likely to know more about it already. For example, I really like sport. I like football and cricket. I already know a lot about the rules of the games, who the important people are in the games, what the numbers will mean. I know lots of the context to do with sports because I've read about it in my own language. So when I go and read about it in another language, yes, there will be some words I don't understand, but I will already know a lot of the context. And that just helps the whole process, because if you already understand more about the topic, then you will understand more when you read, then the vocabulary will come to you much faster, the grammatical structures and everything will work together and you will simply improve faster. So point 2, read things you enjoy. Tips 3 and 4 are very little grammar points that will make a very large difference to your reading. And tip 3 is understand noun phrases. Noun is a person, a place, a thing, an idea. But we can make a noun phrase by saying more about that noun. Often when we learn English, students, teachers, books, it's all about tenses, 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 tenses. And yes, tenses are important. I have a video on tenses in the description below if you're interested. But look at the example here on the screen. How much of this sentence is actually to do with verbs? It's just the bits in orange. It's just 2 words out of the whole sentence. 8 words are a noun phrase, 2 words are the verb phrase. So if you understand how a noun phrase is constructed, that is going to help you read a lot. Because if you don't understand how the noun phrase is constructed, you're going to spend a lot of time going through the sentence thinking, Is that the verb? Is that the noun? What's this word doing here? What's that word doing here? But if you know noun phrases, then straight away you'll think, yes, this is a noun phrase because it's got this structure, this structure, this structure. And let me very quickly show you what a noun phrase looks like. So I've used the sentence from the previous screen. At the bottom, leaders of 6 of the country's largest companies. And the noun phrase here is made up of the main noun, which is leaders, and then another preposition phrase, which is a preposition plus a noun of 6, and then another preposition and noun phrase of the country's largest companies. And we can add preposition noun, preposition noun, preposition noun as many times as you like to give more information about a main noun. And if you know that's coming, when you see a long noun phrase, you are not going to panic. You are going to be able to work out what is going on grammatically on that line. Tip 4 is learn sentence structure. Now, I have a whole set of videos in the description below. They'll take about 10 minutes to watch if you're interested. A whole set of videos that teach you sentence structure in English. But like with the noun phrases, if you understand sentence structure, in other words, if you understand the order that words and phrases in English must follow, then that's really going to help your reading, because then you're going to find out much faster where the subject of the sentence is, where the verb in the sentence is, and what the information after the verb can be, because there are certain restrictions on what we can do where in an English sentence. And that will just speed up the process of reading for you. So do watch those videos in the description below if you want to know more about tip 4. And tip 5, make questions for yourself before reading. And this is really helpful, because if you read something and you already have an idea of what you're looking for, it will train your brain to concentrate harder on what you are reading, and you will get more out of it. So you could, before you read anything, ask questions like this. What do you expect to discover while you're reading? And then afterwards, did you find what you were expecting? And what are the main points? And another important thing here is to remember that the purpose of reading is not always to understand every single word. Sometimes even native speakers don't understand every word in a reading text in their own language. The purpose of reading is to understand a message. So if you focus on being able to understand a message or information rather than understanding every word, first of all, your reading will be more successful because you've achieved your task, and that will improve your motivation. And also it means that while you're reading, it gives you more time to take on board the new vocabulary, take on board the new grammar, just bit by bit, gradually, without feeling the pressure of needing to understand every word every time you read. And it's quicker because you're not stopping all the time for every little thing you don't understand. So do this. It will really help make your reading be more productive. And actually, it's the way you should be reading anyway. So there you go. 5 tips that I think are going to make a big difference to your reading. So next time you read in English, don't use the translate button. Try using these 5 tips, and maybe at the end of it, come back to this video and write in the comments how these tips have helped you. Goodbye for now.